Santa's here.
Ho, ho, ho. Merry Christmas.
We did it.
We did it.
Santa and his,
To
and
all-
his little elf.
And as elf, we're here to deliver dating joy across this great land.
Did you bring a big sack of presents?
I got a big sack of laughter coming straight to your ear holes and eyes if you're watching on YouTube.
And welcome back to the Sunday special. I'm Jordana Abraham
And go
Mama
ahead.
Elf.
Mama Elf and Mr. Claus.
It's funny the beard is like on your nose.
I can't. The beard needs a trimming.
It looks
a
toasty.
tree trimming.
This is a very warm outfit. Is yours
Yes,
very hot?
I'm a little warm. It's breathing.
Yeah.
Santa.
It's interesting. That's like an interesting job if you were to have that job at like the mall.
To be a mall Santa.
Yeah. Bunch of kids sit on your lap.
Well, to sign up for it, it's a little weird.
I mean, we already know how you feel about warm milk.
Not into it.
Not your thing.
Not my thing. I will say this: those mall Santas that keep the look up throughout the year. Like there are mall Santas
like
that
they're just men with long white beards.
Yeah, that they gotta like get ready for December. Like November, you gotta start growing stuff out.
Yeah.
If you want to be like a good mall Santa.
Dedication.
I
mean, are they places other than the mall? Is that still a thing? Is the mall still a thing?
It's not. I travel to many comedy clubs that are in malls, and I will say,
no one's
anytime,
there.
anytime there's a club in a mall, you're like, oh my god, did the nuclear bomb go off in this country? Like you think like we're living in post-apocalyptic times,
right? No,
I was at a mall once. They had like a climbing wall. They're like just looking for ways to get people in there.
Oh yeah, they're making laser tag, whatever. I mean,
golf carts,
I went
go
to the Dubai
karts.
Mall. That was very cool. They have an ice skating rink in there.
Right. They got stuff like that in malls here. It's just sadder. You're just not in Dubai.
Right. These ears are kind of coming off.
You gotta take off.
So I'm gonna take them off, but I wanted
They're
everyone
great.
to get a good look.
Yes, the ears are great.
I don't know if I would say their construction. They could go for like maybe a little larger ear. Maybe have a big ear. But
we gotta talk to the ear people.
Anyway, I'm gonna keep these on the side for the next Betches employee that needs a pair of elf ears.
What are you gonna do for Christmas? This is a big holiday for you now.
Same thing I do every year, Pinky.
Yeah. You sound excited.
Yeah, no, it's great. I'm gonna get a shit ton of presents.
Yeah.
I'm gonna give a shit ton of presents.
It is so funny that you have joined the most Christmassy family ever.
I thought I loved Christmas until I started celebrating it.
Really?
Yeah.
Well, that's the thing. The best part about Christmas for me is that I don't have to do anything.
And it's like nice you get the vibes of Christmas without actually having any of the responsibilities. Now I have a lot of responsibilities.
Yeah, and then people go, "What about the gifts?" I'm like, "I got everything I fucking need. I don't need shit."
No, you gotta make a list.
Check it twice.
Give it to your in-laws. They buy you the shit on the list, so you have to make sure the list is like the
appropriate
right range of money.
10 thongs, mama.
Right.
Like, what do you ask?
I'm like, what am I? I remember when we first started dating. I was like, I don't feel comfortable giving your mom a list of shit that I want.
Right.
That feels weird.
Yeah. It would be weird to me. I'd be like, I don't want anything. And they'd be like, no, come on.
No, that's the thing. You can't.
That's rude.
Doesn't work like that.
Right.
It's a lot of gifts.
Have they ever heard
gifts
you
the night before
during
gifts
this time
the day?
of year on this podcast?
I don't know. Mike is not going to be pleased with me. He
come dressed like this. I'll be like, oh my god, she gets it.
They probably love that.
They would love that.
Yeah, though they would. And here's the thing. I like Christmas like vibes and Christmas generally, and Christmas meals, like a lot of food. It's great. The issue is the gifts to me. Mm-hmm. And Mike, again, he's going to be mad at me because he said I need to like shut up about the gifts.
He doesn't want you ruining his gifts.
Yeah. Well, it's his family tradition. I understand why it's rude to come in and just shit all over it.
Right.
I have a few tweaks.
Well, here's the thing that they should be wary of for you. Like rudeness goes both ways, in my opinion.
Okay.
And your position is harder than theirs. We love gifts is easy.
Right.
Oh, whoa, who doesn't love a gift? Saying, I feel kind of weird telling people things I want that I would rather just buy for myself. I don't want to bother people. I feel a little vulnerable. I feel a little like I'm opening myself up to be made fun of. Like, I would feel the same way as judged. Right. Like, if I said to my parents, I would love jeans. They'd be like, what happened to the old jeans?
What size?
What size? What are you doing? Why do you need jeans? What you do to the old ones? You never take care of anything. Like no gift request would be received with, okay. It would just be so many questions, so many judgments. So like, if you're from something like that, I can understand like where you're like, I need help. Right. I need my hand held into gift giving and receiving. And right?
Here's the thing. I think it makes sense for kids. It's like a cute, fun thing for kids. But I think that it's a little bit at the point where like, okay, well, thankfully Mike's brother had a baby this year.
A lot of attention on the baby.
There's going to be a lot baby there. It makes sense. She's going to get a lot of gifts. Before that, like, last year, it's like there's 6 grown adults in a room giving each other gifts that they've already know what they're going to get.
They already decided.
They wrote a list. But the kids, it's like, okay, everyone gets to watch the kids open the gifts. That's
and
cute.
There's a surprise element. Yeah. I think this is a big part of what you're not doing right. If I'm to give the Marinelli family a note.
Yes. Mike's going to be so mad.
I would say they need to do one secret Santa item.
Yes. Well, we do that when we go to his cousins because there's
that's fun.
Yeah, what more fun than Secret Santa? White elephant. That's a game.
So you like a game?
I love a game. Oh my god. Okay. Do you know what
white
elephant is?
You do like crushing spirits.
Do you know what white elephant? Yeah.
I think I'm familiar. I only know it from the Office episode. I think.
Yeah, there's probably
okay. So explain it, please.
So white elephant. And you kind of do this if you don't want to get a gift for a specific Secret Santa. You got to get a gift for a specific person,
right? Which
can be difficult, especially in the early stages of us dating. I'm like, I don't know what your cousin wants.
Right. You open up the card. You have Aunt Stacy.
Right.
You're like, all I know is that like she's fucking Aunt Stacy. I don't know anything. And then you got to be like, I guess I'm buying Aunt Stacy 10 thongs.
Go back to the thongs.
It just seems like the weirdest gift that someone would need,
to open up, in front of everyone.
For the hanky pankies.
Wow, this is what I want. And then you have to get your gift face on. Oh my god!
Oh, whoa! 10 thongs. How'd you know? I don't know. It's like a a vibrator.
White elephant, much more fun.
Yeah.
Much more of a game. So white elephant, there's a limit, a money limit. Let's say it's $50.
Yes, this
buy a gift under $50.
Yeah.
And the first person who goes picks a gift, opens the gift. Second person who goes, they can either choose to open a new unwrapped gift.
Okay.
Or steal the gift from the first person.
In the spirit of the holidays, you can steal from someone who's perfectly happy with their gift. Okay.
Yes. Or sometimes you don't like your gift and you're hoping someone steals it.
Right. Well, what happens? So that whoever invented this is maniacal.
I love it.
You love it. Yeah. This is I'm going to take over Long Beach of you. So how does it work? So, okay, I open my gift and it's a Game Boy. And then you go, I'll take the Game Boy. Did I now open a gift?
Then I think you have to, I'm pretty sure that you have to wait until your turn again to either steal someone else's gift or open a new gift.
And once all the gifts are open, does it work out? Is there anyone left with a lump of coal, Tiny Tim?
I believe that there's a certain number of rounds that you do and then it's locked. Like you could do 2 or 3 rounds.
How do you pick the order? Is it like a fantasy draft where you pick out of a hat? Yeah,
you pick out of a hat. Or sometimes you'll do oldest to youngest or something like that.
So you want to go last, right?
I think that's the ideal position is to go last so you already see all the gifts that are out there.
Right. You can see who you can crush.
Yes. It is an awkward game to play though if you're not if you're not fully in the family.
Right.
You have to be,
if you're
be
the
comfortable.
New girlfriend.
Then you're like, oh, I'm gonna let me just steal that from you. So
I would steal it from whoever was the least stable.
To make it fun,
just to see how
someone was.
I'll take your 10 thongs, slutty cousin Jessica.
I think someone was telling me that their wife's aunt didn't speak to them for 3 years because they took her gift.
What was the gift?
I don't even remember what he said the
The
gift was.
wife's aunt?
Yeah, like she's very sensitive about the thing. So we took
That's
the
who I'm
white
taking
elephant.
the gift from.
I mean,
every year.
You've got to.
You
right?
have
Yeah,
to.
right.
I would know. No,
Plus,
no.
then you don't have to talk to her for 3 years.
Right. She's gone.
Right.
Aunt Stacy.
With her thongs.
Get her
just
out.
alone with her thongs. Maybe I'll bring thongs this year.
10 thongs.
Yeah.
10
Why 10?
thongs. I don't know. It's just a ridiculous
That's
number of thongs.
That's a lot of thongs.
How many thongs do you have?
I have a lot more than that.
do?
But I
Do they call them thongs anymore?
They do call them thongs.
Okay,
Yeah.
yeah.
I host a
So-
podcast. I get a lot of thongs.
Right.
From
right. You got a
sponsors.
lot of underwear. Listen, I'm getting this underwear too.
Yeah.
I'm wearing my
You're
thong
also
right
wearing
now.
thongs.
Yeah. I also have a lot of podcasts that have underwear
Yeah.
representation.
Exactly. But it's nice to see everyone. The food, I have to say, the food on Christmas kills it so much more than any Jewish food.
What's the food?
It's so
a
much-
ham?
Oh my God. It's like the charcuterie, the
Well, he's Italian.
meats.
The Italians,
oh my God,
do
the
they do the
pastas,
7 fish thing?
They don't do the 7 fish, but they just have so much food. Like the best, like they're used all year. It's
Right.
just like
They know what they're doing, the Italians.
Yeah.
They because the 7 fish thing, every
you got to
time.
pace yourself. You got to learn how to pace yourself for one of these
Right.
meals because you can't. Sometimes you're like, when my first year, I was like, oh, these apps are like amazing, and I
Right.
just kept eating the apps, and then you don't realize there's like 7 more courses,
That's great.
and you could do yourself in too soon.
The 7 fish is the Friday night before, or the Christmas Eve, right? Is that
don't-
Christmas Eve?
Is that an Italian thing? Is that specifically for Italians?
It feels Italian. Yeah. It always. Every time I see a 7 fish post, I'm like, man, that house probably stinks.
That's a lot of fish.
It's a lot of smells.
Yeah,
But the baked clam, I love a baked clam.
they have those. Those are really
They
good.
do baked clams?
They do baked clams.
Love a baked clam.
The food is unbelievable. I don't eat. I try not to eat for like 3 days before.
Is there pasta? 3 days fasting. You come in, you're gaunt,
Starving.
right?
So no, I.
Get the fuck out of my way, Aunt Stacy! Some woman, 10 thongs fly in the air.
That's why I'm here.
Right.
Yeah.
Survival of the fittest. Listen. It is the greatest holiday of the year.
It is. And again, I as a Jew, were weird to get into it, but then I'm like, I'm in. It's here.
Listen, I don't want to name drop, but I opened for someone named Jon Stewart last night.
Ooh.
That's right. The
Jon Stewart. How was he?
Well, he has a great bit about Jewish holidays versus the Christian, Catholic. Whatever.
What's the bit?
I'm not gonna. It's a good bit.
Oh, I have to pay to watch
go
the
see
show.
a Jon
Okay.
Stewart show. It's a fantastic
That's a
bit,
good-
but
well,
it's
that's
about
a good
the
teaser.
holidays and like having a split family, like
Right.
and having kids that celebrate both. He's like the competition element of it. So it was just very.
Oh, I
it's a
gotta
very
listen to
you'll
that.
like the bit a lot.
Oh
It's,
yeah. Oh well, that's the I make ever since I met Mike. I make latkes every year. I never made them before that. Now I feel like I have to represent.
Right. Do you bring them to this party? They're just
No.
cold in the corner.
No, no one would
Everyone's
eat that
got
shit.
drumsticks in
no
their
one would eat
hands.
that. Oh my god.
It's embarrassing.
That's what I'm saying. Like the food
Right.
is just like it's not comparable. It's insane. I mean, Christmas vibe. I love the Christmas vibes. The gift giving again. I have some notes, but
Am I touching on the discomfort? Because that's how I would feel. I would feel uncomfortable.
here's the thing. I think I told you about this fight that I had with Mike a few years ago, where I kept kind of joking about the gifts and
Yes.
kept talking about, and then eventually he was like, "That's enough." Like he was like, "This is like
Time for you to start pulling your weight around this house.
When are you gonna start contributing around here?"
I will not hear a Christmas again.
It was kind of like that. He was like,
Quiet, Jew.
he's like, I've heard the jokes about the gifts. This is what we do. I don't ask you to really do much
Right.
of anything.
Right.
I'm not asking you to do like tons of holidays, tons of traditions. This is what we do. I need you to just show up, do it.
Right.
and
Have a little Christmas
It's
sparkle.
enough with the commentary.
Yeah.
And actually, he really doesn't get mad very often. He got like
That
mad.
was an angry.
And then it was
Put away that Jewish cynic in you and get out your Christmas spirit. I would have paid to see him get angry.
Get mad?
Yeah.
It was. I was a little scared because that's the thing about people who don't get mad very often. When
they're
they get
mad, they
mad,
need it.
I'm like, all right, you got it. I'm out. Like,
Right.
gifts are fine, but send me the list.
Right. Just tell me what I got to do. Tell me what I got to do.
This
to
clearly
shut you
means
up.
a lot to you.
Yeah, no, I get it. Like listen, it means a lot to me to watch the world be at like a 10 on Christmas Eve.
Right.
And me sitting,
Doing nothing.
having a martini in a bar, doing nothing. That's the true spirit
Until you're
of Christmas.
visited by the ghost of Christmas past.
Right. Past, future,
Yeah.
present. And then have Chinese food. I mean, last year I got hammered on Christmas Eve.
Where were you?
I think Soho House.
Oh, that's fun.
At the bar
You know
alone.
everyone there is Jewish, probably.
All the Jews. No, there's a lot of like families. You could see that we're doing like the buffet thing.
Oh, that's cute. Like
And
in
this
Home
year
Alone.
it's a Sunday. It's my favorite day of the week, combined with my favorite holiday.
Christmas Eve is Sunday.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So will you guys you stay at someone's house or do you stay at your own house?
We're going to stay at our own house.
Yeah.
I think.
And then you
Yeah.
wake up and do you have a tree?
We didn't get a tree this year.
No tree.
Yeah. We don't really have much furniture. So I figured the tree would be kind of stupid.
Just a tree and
Yeah.
a fold-out table.
Next year we'll do the.
I mean, your house
yeah.
is prime for a holiday
It is.
season.
I want to do it. That's the thing. I want to do it right.
Right.
I didn't want to do it like with nothing around. It would just kind of be like creepy, I think, if we did it this year.
Your house is going to be
yeah.
haunted
And here's the thing.
I'd say the minute fall hits, your house hits its high.
For sure. And I would say to defend Mike, even though again I thought it was a little crazy.
What's there to defend? He's been right about everything. You're the one in the wrong.
Oh, am I? Oh, I thought
Join me in the side of evil.
Oh, okay.
We hate Christmas and speech pathologists.
Did I say it? I'm like Christmas with that.
You're with me.
I am? What? That's so funny. It reminds me of when I went to sleepaway camp when I was like a kid. I went with my older sister, Becky, and she was like extremely homesick. She's 2 years older than me. And it's the first night of camp and I'm feeling like kind of homesick. But
Wait, who's this sister?
I have a sister Becky. She's 2 years older than me.
Have I met this sister?
I think you met her at my wedding.
Is she like not talked about often?
I think she's talked about the same as most of the other siblings.
Naomi's kind of the famous one.
Well, we have a podcast together.
Oh,
so yeah.
So Shira,
Talia,
I know that both of them.
Becky.
I don't know a Becky.
Well,
Wow,
that's my sister
this
Becky.
is my Christmas gift.
Now you just learned about
Where
a new
does she
sibling. She lives in New York.
She's been here. She works here? No. No. Okay. So Becky was getting homesick. Didn't know she existed.
Right. Well, she's my older sister. She was extremely homesick. We were at camp. I'm trying to keep it together. And then all of a sudden, like we're in our own bunks. And then I see her in like the welcome camp party. I see her. She's hysterically crying. She grabs my hand. She goes, "I'm getting us out of here."
Us.
She brings me over to the camp. She drags me over to the camp director. She goes, she hasn't even said any. I haven't said a word to her. She said, "We want to go home." It reminds me of you. And we hate speech. That's a very long-winded story about why we hate speech pathologists.
Right. And you're like, wait a minute. I didn't know how I ended up here.
I guess I do. But so anyway, I think the Christmas thing is like the hallmark of a person who celebrates Christmas as childhood. It's like the glistening memory.
Right.
So I
Things were the
understand.
best.
Right.
They were the
most exciting, purest, most fun day. So then when I think about the fact that I'm shitting on it, I feel kind of bad.
Right. I don't think you should feel bad. I think your qualms are correct, and I like that Mike was like defending his honor.
Yes.
I do understand this. Like, I walk in, I'm always talking shit, and then I have to walk it back. People think I hate everything, and then I have to go, no, I get it.
Right.
Charcuterie's fun. Yours is just shitty.
Oh my God. Well, after I started rating the trees, I would come in and they'd be like, "Jordana, we tried to make it nice for you. Like, please go gentle." I'm like, I'm not. Please, it's like just a joke.
Right.
I would never do that to you.
I would never do so. I know how to wield this power.
Right. I'm really doing well for the Jews marrying into Christian families.
Right.
Like monsters coming in here. Like, this is probably the fear of everyone. The worst thing anyone could possibly imagine.
Listen, she hates presents, and she's going to judge our tree. Other than that, she's cool.
Yeah, she's great. So welcome to the family.
Right. What are we talking about this Christmas Eve?
All right.
This is coming out on Christmas Eve,
I
my
know.
favorite
Merry
day of the year.
Christmas. Are you going to be at Soho House again?
I don't know where I'll
Are you going to be Boca?
No, I'm staying here. I like to do shows on Christmas Eve.
I think Christmas New York that week. It's
the best.
Great time to be here.
It's fuck it season.
Leave here in January. Stay here in December.
I'll have gone on my date by now.
Oh yeah, maybe
her
you'll be
and I
there
are
with her.
cozied up by a fire.
Maybe. I doubt it. We'll see.
We'll see.
Okay. All right. Well, let's do a Petty or Prudent.
Let's do it. J and J love the pod, this segment, and Jared's Netflix special. Well, thank you.
The trifecta.
There it is. So I was dating my ex-boyfriend for over a year, and just last year for Christmas, I bought him tickets to see the Eagles play the Giants. He's a huge Eagles fan, had never been to a game. Plus, the Eagles were doing really well, and I figured seeing the rival teams play would be extra exciting. Okay.
Sure.
Then, December 23rd, only 2 days before Christmas, a friend of mine found my then-boyfriend's Hinge profile, which said, active today.
Ooh, this guy
That's a lump of coal if I've ever heard about one.
Seriously.
That's bad. Active today.
This guy's fucked.
This guy scurrying up the chimney.
And what's the next part?
And included recent photos.
It's dead.
Yeah, done.
It's over for
It's
him.
over. So, of course, I confronted him about it, and we broke up before I ever gave him the tickets. Thank God.
Well, I don't understand how someone could be so stupid as to be on a dating app when they have a relationship when the other person has single friends.
Right. I don't know.
Like, what's
It's
the
a lot
mindset?
it's a lot of, what is the word? When you're full of yourself.
Entitlement? I don't know.
No,
like,
it's you really have to be up your own ass to believe that no one would I don't know. It's or maybe, again, to even empathize, how could he be so stupid? You go, well, I guess he's less stupid if they've never had the talk, I guess, but I don't know. She says boyfriend pretty.
She says boyfriend, the
Right.
Eagles game.
Eagles game, buying right. So yeah, I don't
It's just
I think
seems
it's
lazy.
sometimes I feel like you want to get caught.
This seems like something you would do if you wanted to get caught,
Right.
right?
Like that this is gonna happen.
Someone's going to tell them.
And again, look how quickly they broke up. Like, it almost made it easier on him.
Right.
If you think about it, he's just known as a dickhead to 10 women.
We talk.
Unfortunately, the game was only going to be 2 weeks later, and now I had these Eagles tickets I had to sell. So on December 26th, only 3 days after our breakup, I posted that I was selling the tickets on my Facebook. At the time, I hadn't unfriended my ex or his family yet, so they all saw the post. His mom even messaged me to buy the tickets, not knowing that they were meant to be her son's Christmas gift. It turned out my ex didn't tell his family that we had broken up yet, and my post had stirred up that awkward conversation with his mom. Needless to say, I sold the tickets to someone else, but it was still an uncomfortable conversation, and I know him and his family knew that the tickets had been meant for him. But again, in my defense, the game was only 2 weeks after Christmas, and I had to get rid of the tickets because they weren't cheap. So was it petty or prudent of me to post the tickets on Facebook knowing there was a possibility that him and his family would see the post Ticketmaster or Ticket Disaster?
This is the difference between men and women. A man creates an entire dating app profile, puts it up, doesn't think about the fact that anyone's friends or family could possibly see them.
Right.
Doesn't feel bad about it. Mm-hmm. A woman posts a pair of football tickets online, and she's concerned about this man's family.
Yeah, it's not like
extremely prudent. She did absolutely nothing wrong.
Right, it's not like she posted here's what Derek missed out on.
Yeah. She's trying to sell the tickets.
Even if she did do that, it would still be prudent.
It would be more. It would have more sides of pettiness, obviously, to it.
Sure, but he's out there actively trying to cheat.
Yeah.
And then she's like, hey, world, if she had, let's say she goes to the most angry public way. Mm-hmm. This, I'm with you. 100% prudent. I have these tickets.
Totally.
I'm not going with this guy anymore.
It's not.
I'm trying to sell
He's the
them.
one who was entirely the cause of the breakup.
Right.
Yeah.
And I didn't even mention him. I'm just quietly selling tickets. They can assume whatever they want about the cost and price or why these tickets are being sold or who they were bought for, but that's their problem.
Right.
I'm just trying to sell tickets on Facebook, and that's it. If she had written, Derek, posted on, Derek and I are over. These tickets were meant for us to share, but I guess someone else will get to enjoy them. That would be a very juicy Facebook post.
Yeah.
That all of us would love. It would
love
be
to see that. I would share it with everyone.
a Christmas gift for all to share across this great Facebook nation.
One of the best gifts one could receive.
Right.
Priceless.
Even then, Prudent, not petty.
Yeah.
Even then, I'd be like, listen, I get it. You're hurt.
Absolutely prudent.
Totally prudent.
Absolutely nothing wrong.
Nothing wrong.
And I'm glad she got to tell her mom, his mom.
Right. Sorry, Mama Derek.
Also,
we broke up.
Also, here's the thing. Here's how you know it was a real relationship. His mom follows her on Facebook.
Right.
Is friends with her on Facebook.
Yeah.
So you know she wasn't like exaggerating about their relationship status.
It is, yeah, the more we talk about it, the more crazy it is that he had a profile on Hinge. Like,
that's what I'm saying. Like, it's disrespectful.
cheat
in a more covert way. Right? I'm just like
the respect.
Like it's kind of like that's like the most insulting part. It's like you
didn't even care.
You know what I'm like? You didn't even care enough to really try to make this a secret.
It's lazy. Yeah. It's lazy, and it's like, yeah, it makes you respect the cheaters who don't go on.
I mean, at least
dating apps a little bit more.
There's
this
at least
season.
something there about trying to. If you're creating a profile to find a date as opposed to like, oh, like there's cheating. I was out one night. I was drunk. Not that that's okay either, but this is like I'm actively creating a profile to find a date.
Yeah. No, it's bad.
Bad.
Let's do a naughty or nice.
Let's do it.
Who better than Santa and the head elf?
Yes, we're here. We
We're
could work
here.
at the mall if this doesn't work out.
I am
this podcast.
sweating my chestnuts off.
Yeah, the mall has good air conditioning though. Probably
Yeah.
better than this room.
Well, not with the lack of people. It's very helpful.
That's true.
An empty mall.
Just us and the kids sitting on your laps. It's weird. It's weird that the like elves are sort of like the the bodyguards of Santa, just like bringing the kids up to him. It's very weird.
You should bring this pedophile spin to the Marinelli house and see how they like this.
They'd love that. I'm
this
sure
angle.
they would absolutely. I won't tell
guys.
them. I won't tell them about your comparison of a glass of milk to nighttime masturbation.
Okay, that was a different episode. I didn't bring it up here.
It's true.
You're gonna have to go back and listen if you don't know what.
Yeah, you'll have
Jordana's
to. If
talking
you know,
about.
you know.
Right. No, I just like the idea of like, okay, I won't mention the presents. Hey guys, have you guys ever thought that the elves are really the
what is it called?
The
groomers?
The
I don't know.
groomer, yeah.
Sorry, this got very dark, very fast.
Pass the baked clams, please.
Yum.
All right, go ahead. Let's do a naughty or nice.
All right. J&J, I need you to judge this Christmas situation. The summer before the pandemic, I had a situationship who got really close to my family. When fall came around, he didn't want to commit, so I left him. By the time the holidays came around, I was with a new guy, and since my family does holidays on different days than traditionally celebrated, we decided to do holidays together. Okay. In front of the new guy, my mom admits, I'm not sure if this was appropriate, but I feel I need to do this. She goes to a different room and brings out another gift that after we already opened all the presents. She hands it to me. I thank her, reassuring her she already gave me enough. She said, it's not from me. I look at the present and it says on the tag, from my former situationship. My mom then explains that he gave this to her to give to me for my birthday, which is in October. But she didn't think I could handle it then. So she decided to hold it until Christmas. These are in
mom
quotes.
Is so fucking dramatic.
Oh my God. I would I would actually never speak to her again.
This mom is the drama.
This is where you get the block button.
Right.
I opened it and it's a hoodie for the Bruins with a note saying, we could go to a game sometime in his writing.
Hey, kid, we could go to a game sometime, maybe get some Dunkin'.
It's not even a nice note. All while the new guy is sitting right next to me. My mom then says I should text my former situationship. I tell her I probably won't. Then she's mad I don't thank her.
What?
My new guy makes an excuse to leave early and the day spirals from there. The new guy and I didn't make it through the pandemic anyways, and I've donated the sweatshirt, but I would love a ruling on all of this. Who's naughty? Who's nice? Cheers to the family not understanding modern relationships.
Modern relationships? I don't think this would work in what's it called? In Jerusalem.
This mom sounds like a complete asshole.
Totally.
What's the matter with her?
The mom is naughty.
Yeah. And I guess
naughty.
Who's nice? The guy who didn't say anything during that whole situation and then just quietly left.
Right.
He's nice.
Yeah, it's completely bizarre.
I guess the mom probably, she said that he was close with her family, so the mom probably liked him. He like dropped off this gift, and the mom thought this was a good opportunity to
I didn't
give it
think
to
you
her.
could handle it, but I did think you could handle it.
You should text
in
him
front of the whole family and your new boyfriend.
And your new boyfriend? Oh my God.
Maybe it's hard not to wonder why she gets into a brand new relationship worthy of bringing home a new guy. And 2 months later, she's probably trying to escape this fucking family.
Yeah, I mean, that's also the fucked up situation is this guy didn't want to date her, right? So that's why she had to break up with him.
Right.
And the mom doesn't seem to care at all that someone treating her that way.
Right. The mom's not grasping. Like, she seems to only grasp the severity of how the gift would affect her, but not the severity of like
what has been done to her.
Right.
Right.
How has she separated the two?
Yeah, the mom is the worst. Wow, this
situationship guy must be charming as fuck.
Yeah, with notes feet. Like that, we could go to a game sometime. Oh my God.
We could go to a game sometime.
That's or like, why? Fine, let's say she did want to give her the gift.
Right.
Give it to her privately.
That's the major
like
flaw.
I can understand her giving her the gift. Just like, I've had this gift. He asked me to give it to you since October. Up. Yeah. I think you should text him. What? Get the fuck out of here.
I'm sitting next to Randy.
Right.
Yeah. Like,
what are you doing?
No, the mom is naughty. She should never get a gift again.
I can't believe this. She said the day spirals from there.
Right,
as one would imagine.
I can't believe she's even asking.
I want to know more. I want to know more about this mom.
Oh, she's out of her fucking mind. There's no. Insane. I mean, like this is like so mom that like if it was in a movie, you'd be like, oh, this is like outlandish.
This is a mom who doesn't care at all about her daughter, though.
No,
she doesn't care at all about her. She cares about like being dramatic. If she cared at all about her, she would not have done any of this.
Right. No, she didn't take her feelings into account at all.
Yeah. I'm very mad at her.
Naughty.
Coal for her. Absolute coal.
Send this to your mom. Like,
yeah.
I don't know how a mom, I get it when a mom
the whole family can watch together on Christmas morning.
That's right. Santa telling mom that she's going to hell. Is that what Santa does? No, he's not at the pearly gates.
No. What does
Okay.
Santa do?
Well,
Works at
mom,
the North Pole.
Yeah, she acted like a piece of shit. Like there's no way to put it otherwise. Like,
right.
It is so interesting to me that like when it comes from your daughter, you're like, well, that's how you are. You get offended. You're sensitive. I don't know how she could hear us hearing this story and going and not immediately apologize to you. Do you know what I mean? Like
that's what I'm saying.
That's the crazy part to me is that this person.
There's
I would love to see that. I'd love to just have a video of them hearing this podcast, and how they would defend it.
This is something you would do if you were trying to fuck up someone's day. Right. Like if you were going out of your way to try to like blow up someone's day and their relationship, this is what I would do.
Yeah, this is an episode of Punk'd. You see Ashton Kutcher being like, here's the plan. We're going to bring in this new gift from your mom that's from your ex, and we're going to see how fucked up it makes you.
Yes, it does seem like Punk'd. And then you should call him in front of the ex.
What? Oh, we did it. We solved dating again.
We'll be back on Wednesday.
Merry Christmas.
Ho, ho, ho. Bye. The You Up Podcast is produced by Jorge Morales-Pico, Sean Kilby, and Candice Maniga. Editing by Jorge Morales-Pico and Shannon Sassone. Social media by Candice Maniga. Guest booking by Ali Friedlander. Be sure to follow @u.up.podcast on Instagram and send us your emails to uup@betches.com.